Rashonda is with us in Boston. Hi, Rashonda. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Good. How can we help?
So I am in a little bit of, I have a current stressor right now concerning some past debt I incurred when I was in my early 20s. I'm 27 now, and I am learning very quickly after my 25th birthday. I am paying dearly in my late 20s for mistakes I've made financially in my early 20s. My current stressor would be my car debt, my car loan. It's my second vehicle, and I got it a year ago from Valentine's Day. And I am wondering if I don't have really many options because I rolled over negative equity, and right now I'm looking at roughly $31,000 for the payoff on this car. It's a Lexus. It's a 2016 Lexus. And I am wondering, I know you say not to get what you call fleeced, but I'm wondering if just to kind of cushion and alleviate some of that stress right now.
Have you looked up what the car is worth?
I did a KBB on what the mileage is for it now, and it's roughly $16,650.
Woo!
On a private sale or trade-in?
On a trade-in.
Okay, so private sale be $20,000, and you're $31,000. Did you say you leased this?
No, I financed. I've never leased.
Oh, you financed.
So
you
rolled negative equity into it.
Your actual payoff is really $31,000.
Correct.
You're sure of that?
Correct. Last time I checked, that's
what
not
is your interest rate?
The per diem. My interest is like almost 9%.
Now, when you said this was your second vehicle, you're meaning that you had a vehicle and you rolled the negative equity into this, not that you own two vehicles, right?
Correct.
Okay, just double checking that.
What's your income?
I just started a new job. I'm a student, so it's kind of choppy. I earn like $15 an hour. I literally just started that job. But I've always had a job. It's just that
on a normal month, how much money do you bring home?
On a normal month, I'll say right at $4,000.
Okay. And I assume you have no money.
Correct.
Okay.
Is this the only debt you have, or is there more?
No, I have credit card debt before the loan.
How much?
I'll say that is about $14,000.
Okay. Well, there's no question mathematically this is killing you, and I feel
I made some very stupid.
Well, I feel
decisions.
Me too. I've done it too, but I mean, I feel the math pinch in these numbers. This is a real problem. It's a real struggle for you.
Yeah.
And so what happened is you had a car that you're upside down in, and then you bought another car and you're further upside down in it. And so we've double dipped. We've got a double hole. You know, that's where $10,000 comes from, because you're roughly $10,000 in the hole.
Right. You don't have money saved anywhere, do you?
No, she doesn't. No, we already asked
that. No.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
My question was, I thought I would have the option. I researched it. I don't think that's an option. My question, because I've exhausted as much as I can in terms of just looking at my bank and then other. I thought, well, if I try to lease it, could I, or if I don't lease it, could I try to sell it privately, put that money toward the debt, and then get my credit, or not the debt, my credit card, get the credit score up, and then try to get a consumer loan and put that toward. I said no, because I think that's technically illegal because I don't have the title. If I try to sell it,
well, you
privately,
won't be able to get the title unless you pay it off. Yeah, who's got the loan?
Right.
Who holds the loan?
My bank, NFCU.
Have you talked to them about? Do you have a local branch there?
No, the closest one is about 70 miles away, Newport, Rhode Island.
Okay. I would try to get someone on the phone there and discuss with them the idea that you sell the car, they release the title, and you sign a note, a personal line of credit, a personal loan for the difference, the $10,000 difference. because that's really where they are today anyway. They're not fully collateralized on this loan. They only have a $20,000 car as collateral against a $31,000 loan. And by selling it, they have a better chance of getting their money. You follow me?
Okay.
And so, but it's long distance on a phone call with a bank like that. I give you less than 50% chance you pull it off. But if you can talk them into it, that is your best case scenario. Your next best case scenario is find a credit union, a local bank, just to loan you $10,000. Again, very difficult. But you've got to cover the $10,000 hole to get out of this, either with the current bank accepting a note for that amount, or you coming up with a cash by signing a note somewhere else. But I would rather you be $10,000 in debt somewhere else, even on a credit card. Mm-hmm. If you could get a $10,000 credit card, I would rather you be that than be $30,000 in debt on this car. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, that leaves you carless.
Right, she's got to get something
when we
to
do
drive.
that, and so then you've got to work like a crazy person and scratch together $1,000, $2,000 and pay cash for a little garage sale car, something that's pitiful. Yeah. You need a pitiful car that you pay cash for with no payments, pitiful and no payments, and then that breaks the back on this cycle. But there is no lease on it. There's no leasing it. That's not going to work because all of it's going to be rolled into that anyway.
Yeah.
The $31,000 is going to be rolled into that, and it doesn't go away. Your payment is your payment is your payment, and your lease payment might actually be higher, and so that's easier. So yeah, but the trick is working your tail end off, taking like 8,000 hours of work. I mean, you just work until you're about to drop. Go work 6 jobs, whatever you've got to do. Scratch together some money and or borrow some portion of that $10,000 hole that you're in, put that, and then if someone comes along and gives you $20,000 for the car, you put the $10,000 from the loan or the work with it. That gets the car paid off, and you can give the title to them, but you're going to have this other loan over to the side. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
But you can't sell the car to someone unless you can give the bank $31,000, or they will agree to let you sign a note for the difference.
Okay.
And release the title. The title's got to be released in the transaction. It's not illegal. Okay. It's just the buyer won't do it.
Okay.
Because nobody buys a car, you don't get the title.
Okay. It's pretty scary here in Massachusetts. They don't play games about
yeah. Well,
I don't.
That. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. I mean, you shouldn't sell a car if you can't give the title. I mean, so you've got it, but you can get it all set up to where it's perfectly legal. What I'm describing is perfectly legal in any state. Because if you give them $31,000 or they agree to let you sign a note for the difference, doesn't matter. They're going to, you've now got a way to release the title to the buyer. And that's what you have to do that.
Yeah, because once she comes up with the difference, they don't know the difference. I mean, she's just giving them the money for the car.
Exactly.
So, of course, they're going to give her the title.
So if you find somebody to loan you 10 and you put it on the market for 20, and you can get Joe to buy it for 20. Mm-hmm. Joe gives you 20. You give him a bill of sale. And, you put the other 10 with it, and now you've got a clear title to hand to Joe. And that's the process that you'll use. But, yeah, that's what you're going to have to scratch and claw to get out of this because it's a deep hole. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I've been in that kind of mess. It's no fun.
That's a tough hole to get out of, but you can get out of it, and you will get out of it.
Absolutely.